What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys an early look at the upcoming Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG in this Black Toe Reimagined colorway. Today's video is sponsored by Capsule. Capsule is a brand new product on the market which helps to preserve your sneakers and extend their lives by up to 2 times. So it's a very simple process. They offer these UV protective pods, which is where you store your shoes inside. And then here's where the magic happens. Their secret formula comes in the form of a cartridge, and this is what you inject into the pod, which not only pushes out the bad air containing the oxygen and the dirt, but it also contains a preservative, which is the key to extending the life of your sneakers. So this is a scientifically backed formula, and in my opinion, it's best used for shoes that you wear more sparingly, maybe those grail type sneakers that you wear a couple of times a year and then the rest of the time, they're sitting in a box on your shelf. And the key with Capsule is that it targets the 2 main reasons why your shoes age, fade, and crumble over time, which is hydrolysis and oxidization. So I've linked their social media, their website, all that good stuff down below. So check out Capsule if you guys are interested. And they also introduced Capsule Club, which is a subscription-based service. So if you're in the market for a couple of these kits, this is the best way for you to save money. So thank you so much to Capsule for sponsoring today's video. So this right here is one of the most anticipated sneakers that are coming up, which is the Black Toe Reimagined colorway. We've seen Jordan Brand release a ton of these reimagined OG pairs, like for example, the reimagined Chicago 1s, and my personal favorite, the white cement 3s. But this time it's the Black Toe 1's turn, and these were originally supposed to release sometime in 2024, but according to sneaker blogs and reports, they've been pushed back to 2025 instead. Some say that these are supposed to be releasing during All-Star Weekend maybe. The reason for that, I'm personally not sure. Some of the theories going around is because the Jordan 1 isn't selling too well right now. So for one of Jordan Brand's biggest releases to flop, this would be a terrible look. So the theory is they're pushing it to 2025, hopefully for sales to do a little bit better then. So this pair is set to retail for $180 US, which is approximately 250 Canadian dollars converted. And the official colorway for this shoe is white, black, varsity red, and sail, and it marks the first time we're getting this retro of the Air Jordan 1 High Black Toe since it last released in 2016. So first things first, here's a quick look at the box. So this comes in a typical cardboard box that Jordan 1s come in. However, printed on the lid, we have this iconic promo image of Michael Jordan holding the black toes. And I'm sure most of you guys, if you're even remotely a fan of MJ, you've seen this image before. And then on the inside of the lid, we have the Air Jordan Wings logo, but it doesn't have the words Air Jordan on it. And then underneath that, it says the words Special Attention M Jordan. And then here's a look at the paper that comes inside the box, which is really, really dope. We have all these original sketches and promo images of Michael Jordan with the Air Jordan 1 Black Toe. So this is really, really dope. I love when Nike does these little things like this. It doesn't really cost them anything, but from a consumer standpoint, it really makes a huge difference. So jumping into the details of the shoe itself, starting things off with the toe box, this is covered in this smooth white colored leather, and like any other Air Jordan 1, we have these perforations all across. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have this smooth black colored leather, which feels and smells like genuine leather, and I was really happy with this. So this also covers the eyelets of the sneaker, and then beneath this on the mid panel, we have more of that smooth white leather that we saw earlier on the toe box. Stitched on top of the toe box, we have this slightly larger swoosh, which most Jordan 1 High OGs have been coming with. And then above this, on the side wings or flaps of the shoe, we have a varsity red colored leather. And one of the most controversial changes that they've done on this sneaker is replace the original Wings logo that we've all come to know and love. But in its place, we have Air Jordan branding in capital letters. This is a feature that was seen on prototypes of the Air Jordan 1 before they finalized the design with the Wings logo. And while it is technically an OG feature, it's not the actual finalized design, so it's understandable why some of you guys aren't big fans of this branding. Fun fact though, we've already seen this Air Jordan branding on other Air Jordan 1 highs before, the Rare Air series, and those, to be honest, have not been well received. So I understand the storytelling behind including this Air Jordan branding, but I feel like most of us would have been a lot happier if they just gave us the Wings logo instead. One of the positives though about this area is this red leather I thought was very high quality. It almost has like an unfinished or untreated feel to it. And what I mean by that is that if I use my nail and just scratch it, it's gonna leave those imperfections and marks. Unlike typical Air Jordan 1 leather that has like a plastic coating on it, those are a little bit more resistant to scratches, but this feels a lot more delicate, which is a good thing and a bad thing at the same time. And a really interesting Easter egg that they incorporated within this shoe can be found on the medial side collar of the left foot. So it's a little bit hard to see, but it says here, "My very best Michael Jordan," which is something that MJ actually autographed on a game-worn version of this black toe prototype, and it was gifted to a friend of his. And then surrounding the top portion of the ankle collar area, we have a smooth black colored leather, which also feels pretty decent to the touch as well. As far as the laces go, so these come with two different lace options, and they're laced in this OG style where they're both attached to the bottom two eyelets of the shoe. So on one hand, you have these flat style black laces. This gives the shoe a little bit more of a discreet and subtle look, but they also come with a flat red colored lace, which based off of pictures that I've seen is how MJ wore his black toes. So if you want it to be a little bit more true to the OG, or to give the shoe a little bit more contrast, I think the red is the way to go. Underneath this, we have a thin nylon tongue which is done in black, and this marks the first time that we've been given a black tongue on the Air Jordan 1 black toe since the Old Love, New Love pack, but those were actually a mid-cut. And the black tongue was a feature that was unique to Michael Jordan's PEs, whereas the retail versions and all the retros that we've gotten have come with a white tongue instead. And then for the insoles, these come with a decently padded polyurethane foam insole. It's lined in white on the top, and we have Nike Air branding pressed onto the heel. So the upper of the shoe sits atop this solid rubber cupsole, which is painted in this slightly off-white or sail color. Encapsulated within this midsole, we have Nike Air technology, which helps with impact protection. And then turning the shoe over to the bottom, so the outsole here is done in red colored rubber, and this is your typical traction pattern, so we have a circular pivot point on the forefoot and Nike branding visible right in the center. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this shoe. And for those wondering about how these fit like any other recent Air Jordan 1 high, so in most cases, I'd recommend people to go true to size. My foot measures as a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in a size 10 and they fit me very comfortably. So whatever size you normally wear, just go with that same size. I feel like if you have a normal or slightly wide foot, true to size is gonna be great for you. If you have like a very narrow foot, maybe you could go a half size down if you like that snug one-to-one fit. And if you have like a really wide foot, you might want to consider going up a half size. But for the majority of people out there, just go with your actual measured foot size and it should fit you great. Next up, in terms of the comfort, so unfortunately these feel nothing special from a comfort standpoint. They still feel pretty firm and flat to the ground. There's not too much from a softness standpoint, but the leathers they use on the shoe feel decently soft. It's not like a super broken in soft like the shattered backboards, for example, but it doesn't have like a stiff, crunchy plastic feeling on top. So I don't feel like the break-in time for this shoe is going to be that long, and for an everyday casual use sneaker, these will be fine. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship, so this is by far my favorite part about this sneaker. The material quality, like I mentioned earlier, is really solid. It's not like the best leather I've ever seen on a Jordan shoe before, but for Nike standards, this is definitely above average. The white leather I wasn't too crazy about. This didn't really feel too special to me, but the black leather and especially this red leather, this really feels like a step above. So kudos to Jordan Brand for giving us better materials. I don't know why this isn't the standard going forward, but I'll take the wins when I can. The overall build of the shoe too I thought was great. There weren't any major issues that I could see. The stitch job was on point, no visible glue stains, and the paint job was solid as well. So I'm very pleased with the end result getting these in hand. This is a really well executed retro of the black toes. So with all of that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet, I'll lace them up and I'll show you guys how these look. I know the black toes don't get nearly as much love as some of the other OG colorways of the Jordan 1, specifically the Chicago one and the bread or band ones. Those ones almost always overshadow this one, but it's great to see the black toes getting some love. The elephant in the room though is of course this Air Jordan branding on the collar. Personally, I think it's not bad. I would have preferred the Wings logo, but it's not going to stop me from buying this shoe. At the end of the day, it's still technically an OG feature, even though it didn't make the final cut of the design. But considering the quality of the materials, the overall build of the shoe, I'll be willing to settle with this one thing, since the rest of the shoe I thought was really well done. So leave your thoughts down below, let me know what do you guys think about this black toe reimagined Air Jordan 1. What are your thoughts on the overall look of the shoe? What are your thoughts on this Air Jordan branding on the side? Is this going to deter you from buying the sneaker? Are you going to maybe wait to see if these go on sale down the road? Or is this going to be an immediate day one purchase for you? As usual, if you guys enjoyed this review, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on X at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thank you everyone for watching, hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch all of you in my next video.